Hi, I'm Otis, 38 years old, construction project manager, and father to the most incredible 16-year-old daughter in the world. At least, that's how I introduced myself until last Tuesday when everything changed. Mr. Carter, you're here to see Lily? The nurse looked puzzled, her fingers hovering over the keyboard. Yeah, my daughter. Room 412, right? Her friend Zoe texted me she was admitted yesterday. She frowned. Yes, but I assumed you'd been notified. She was admitted 3 days ago. 3 days? That's impossible. Her mother would have... Your wife has been here since admission, she said softly. Dr. Bennett can explain Lily's condition. I'll page him. 3 days, I repeated, my voice hollow. How could... Sir, perhaps you should sit down. You look... I didn't hear the rest, already rushing down the hallway. When I pushed open door 412, I froze. Lily lay pale against white sheets connected to beeping machines. Karen, my wife of 18 years, sat beside her on her phone. What the hell is going on? My voice cracked. Karen's head snapped up. Otis, what are you doing here? What am I doing here? That's my daughter. Why didn't you call me? I was going to, but what? She's been here 3 days. You were in Portland closing that project. I didn't want to distract you, she said, sliding her phone into her purse with practiced casualness. Distract me? She's unconscious in a hospital bed. Don't raise your voice, Karen hissed. This is a hospital. I'll raise my voice all I want when I find out my daughter's been... A throat cleared behind me. Mr. Carter, I'm Dr. Bennett. Perhaps we should speak outside. In the hallway, the doctor's expression was grave. Your daughter was brought in after collapsing during track practice. She's experiencing liver failure. Liver failure? She's 16. Yes, unusual at her age. We've been running tests. Has Lily been taking any medications? No, just occasional ibuprofen for cramps. Your wife mentioned she's been on a new prescription for several months, an experimental treatment for her migraines. Migraines? Lily doesn't have migraines. According to Mrs. Carter, they began after a concussion last year. Lily never had a concussion. I would have known. I've never missed a single track meet. Mr. Carter, Dr. Bennett said gently, the medication we found in her system is only approved for adults. It has documented liver toxicity in adolescents. I stared at him. Are you saying Karen gave her medication that poisoned her? We're investigating the cause. I should note that Mrs. Carter has been resistant to our questions. I pushed past him. Karen, what medication has Lily been taking? Karen glanced nervously at the doctor. Just something for her headaches. The wellness center recommended it. The school doesn't prescribe experimental drugs, Dr. Bennett said firmly. It wasn't from the school, it was from that wellness center I go to, Karen said, chin lifting defensively. What wellness center? You never mentioned? A text chimed on my phone from Mark, my oldest friend. Just heard about Lily. What the hell? Why didn't you tell me? How does Mark know before me? I demanded, showing her the screen. Karen flushed. I called him for advice. I was going to tell you, but don't lie to me, I whispered, memories clicking into place. Karen's secretiveness, unexplained withdrawals, hushed calls. What else don't I know? Dr. Bennett stepped forward. We need complete transparency about Lily's medical history. Karen's phone buzzed. I glimpsed the caller ID. Travis. She quickly declined. Who's Travis? I asked, voice dangerously quiet. Her eyes widened. Nobody. Just someone from the wellness center. You're lying. Again. I'm not. 17 years, Karen. I know when you're lying. But I knew that look. 17 years of marriage had taught me when Karen was hiding something. Start talking, Karen, I demanded once Dr. Bennett left. Who's Travis? Just a holistic health consultant, she muttered, fidgeting with her ring. A consultant who calls at 9 p.m. It's not what you think, she said, not meeting my eyes. You've always been so closed-minded about alternative medicine. Not everything has to be approved by your precious FDA. Our daughter is unconscious because of pills you gave her without my knowledge. Lower your voice, she snapped. You're making a scene. A scene? Our daughter is fighting for her life and you're worried about scenes? The soft knock interrupted us. Mark stood in the doorway, his tall frame casting a shadow across the room. Hey, thought I'd check on Lily. He nodded at Karen stiffly. Can we talk outside? In the hallway, Mark's expression was concerned. What happened? Your text didn't make sense. I just found out. Karen's been giving Lily some experimental medication she never told me about. From that Wellness Revival Center place? You know about it? I grabbed his arm. How do you know about it? Mark rubbed his neck awkwardly. Karen mentioned it a few weeks ago, said she was taking Lily there for something. I thought you knew. She never said a word, not one word, Mark. I'm sorry, man, I should have. A nurse approached. Mr. Carter, we need to discuss your daughter's admission forms. After Mark left, she lowered her voice. I'm Nurse Reyes. There are inconsistencies in your wife's statements. What do you mean? The timeline doesn't add up. She claimed Lily collapsed during track practice, but her coach called yesterday asking why Lily missed practice. Wait, Coach Taylor called? Asking about Lily? Yes, said she hadn't shown up for 3 practices this week. Are you saying she lied about how Lily ended up here? Mrs. Carter brought her in already unconscious. We've requested records from this wellness center, but they're stonewalling us. I headed back but stopped when I heard Karen's voice from around the corner. You promised this wouldn't happen? She hissed into her phone. The money I paid you. Yes, I know what's at stake, but Otis is here now. No, he doesn't know everything. I stepped into view. Who are you talking to? She jumped. Nobody, just checking on work. You don't work, you haven't in 3 years. Her sister Meg arrived then, designer purse swinging from her arm. Oh, honey, how's Lily doing? Not great, I answered coldly. Did you know Karen was taking her to some wellness center? Meg's expression hardened. Don't start, Otis. Karen's always been more in tune with Lily's needs. In tune? She's been poisoning her. That's ridiculous, Meg scoffed. You're always working, always absent. Someone had to step up, including giving our daughter illegal medication. It's not illegal, Karen interjected. It's just not approved for teenagers, which is the definition of illegal when you give it to a teenager. Mark reappeared, phone in hand. Otis, I found something. This Wellness Revival Center has complaints filed against it. Several patients hospitalized with liver issues. Karen paled. That's just coincidence. Is it? I asked. Nurse Reyes told me you lied about how Lily was admitted. What are they saying? Meg demanded. I need to talk to Otis alone, Karen told Meg sharply. After they left, Karen collapsed into a chair. Fine, I didn't take her to the hospital right away. She doesn't have migraines. It wasn't just for migraines, she whispered. It was for her future. What are you talking about? What future requires poisoning my daughter? The center offers treatments to enhance performance. Travis guaranteed Lily would get a track scholarship with his regimen. Mark's expression darkened. You've been doping your own kid? It's not doping, it's targeted supplementation. Call it whatever you want, I said, voice shaking. You risked our daughter's life for a scholarship without telling me? I knew you wouldn't understand. You're so conventional. Conventional? Is that what you call not wanting to poison our child? You don't understand the pressure these girls are under. Her times were plateauing. We need to go to the police, Mark said quietly. Karen's eyes widened. You wouldn't dare. Watch me, I replied, pulling out my phone. Dr. Bennett called in specialists to review Lily's case. Karen sat as far from me as possible, Meg beside her. Mark stood behind my chair. Lily's condition is serious but treatable, Dr. Bennett began. The toxicity levels are consistent with unregulated pharmaceuticals similar to performance enhancers prohibited in sports. I told you, they're just supplements, Karen interrupted. Mrs. Carter, these aren't supplements. They're experimental compounds not approved for human consumption. Travis assured me they were natural alternatives. Travis Myers, Detective Rivera, joined us. His wellness center has been under investigation for months. Karen's face drained of color. Investigation? For what? Distributing controlled substances, practicing medicine without a license, and fraud, Rivera replied flatly. You can't possibly believe... Mrs. Carter, Rivera cut her off. We have testimonies from several families whose children suffered similar symptoms. I'm not saying anything without a lawyer, Karen snapped. That's your right, but we've obtained a warrant for your phone records and bank statements. Karen turned to me. Otis, please, you have to believe I was only trying to help Lily. Help her. You've been poisoning our daughter for months. I was securing her future. Her times weren't improving fast enough. So you decided to drug her without telling her doctor, her coach, or me? You're never there. Karen's voice rose. Always at work, always too busy. Someone had to take charge of her future. By risking her life? Mark interjected. Karen glared at him. Stay out of this. You've always turned him against me. Don't blame Mark, I warned. This is all you, Karen. Mrs. Carter, Dr. Bennett interrupted. Did you administer these substances knowing they weren't approved for minors? Karen hesitated. Travis said age restrictions were just legal technicalities. And the money? Detective Rivera asked. Our investigation shows transfers of over $15,000 to accounts associated with the center. That's our savings, I exploded. Lily's college fund. It was an investment in her future. An investment? You were buying drugs? Did Lily know what she was taking? Rivera continued. Karen looked down. Not exactly. She thought they were vitamin supplements. The room fell silent. You lied to our daughter about what you were giving her? I did what was necessary, Karen replied coldly. Mrs. Carter, Rivera said, we have enough to charge you with child endangerment. This is ridiculous, Meg interrupted. My sister would never. She admitted to giving Lily unauthorized drugs without her knowledge. Otis, please. Karen reached for my hand. I'm sorry. I should have told you. We can work through this, for Lily's sake. I pulled away. Don't touch me. Don't you dare use Lily as a shield. But we're a family. 17 years of marriage. A marriage built on lies. What else don't I know? Karen's expression hardened. Fine. You want the truth? Travis and I, we're more than just patient and practitioner. The room went still. You've been having an affair? It wasn't planned. He understood me, supported my vision for Lily, while taking our money and poisoning our daughter. You can't prove anything, Karen suddenly snarled. It's my word against yours. Actually, Rivera interjected, we have Lily's blood tests, your bank records, and now your confession. Karen lunged at me. This is your fault. If you'd been a better husband. Security restrained her as she continued screaming threats. I'll make sure you never see her again. I'll take everything. As they escorted her out, Detective Rivera turned to me. We'll need a formal statement. The prosecution has a strong case. Diane Winters, my attorney, explained 3 weeks later. Karen's facing multiple charges: child endangerment, administering controlled substances to a minor without consent, fraud. We sat in a hospital courtyard. Lily had regained consciousness and was recovering slowly. What about the wellness center? I asked. Raided last week, Detective Rivera answered. Myers is facing serious charges: distribution of controlled substances, practicing medicine without a license, fraud. And Karen's involvement with him? Evidence suggests their relationship began 6 months ago, around the same time she started taking Lily there. And to think I was blaming myself for working too much, I said bitterly. This isn't on you, Rivera assured me. Your wife made calculated choices. Dad? Lily's voice came from behind us. She stood with Mark, who had been helping her with physical therapy. Should be resting, young lady, I said, rising to help her to a chair. I'm tired of resting, she grumbled, wincing as she sat. The walls in my room are driving me crazy. How are you feeling today? Diane asked. Better. The doctor says my numbers are improving. Mark squeezed her shoulder. Tough as nails, this one. Always has been, I said, pride mixing with pain. Mr. Carter, Rivera said, we'll need Lily's testimony eventually. I want to testify, Lily said firmly. I trusted Mom, took whatever she gave me, never questioned. Her voice broke. I feel so stupid. Hey, I took her hand. This isn't your fault. But I should have known something was wrong. The pills made me feel weird sometimes, but she kept saying that was normal. Your dad's right, Diane affirmed. You're a victim here. When can I go home? Lily asked, changing the subject. Doctor says maybe tomorrow. The apartment's all set up. After Karen's arrest, I couldn't bear returning to our house. Mark had helped me find a 2-bedroom apartment. Mrs. Carter is here, a nurse approached. She's requesting to see Lily. My body tensed. Absolutely not. She's still my mom, Lily said quietly. Lily, after what she did, I know I'm not forgiving her. I just need to say some things. I looked at Rivera, who nodded. We'll be right outside. 15 minutes later, I watched as Karen sat across from Lily, tears streaming down her face. How's it going? Mark asked, returning with coffee. Hard to tell, I sighed. Lily's stronger than I am. The door opened, and Karen emerged, eyes red. Otis, she choked out. Please, can we talk? There's nothing to say. I've lost everything. My lawyer says I'm looking at serious jail time. Actions have consequences, I replied coldly. 17 years of marriage, she whispered. Doesn't that count for anything? You endangered our daughter and cheated on me with the man who supplied the drugs. I made mistakes, but we can work through this. Family counseling. We're not a family anymore, Karen, not after this. Her expression hardened. You can't keep Lily from me forever. A mother who poisoned her own daughter. Mark stepped between us. You should leave. This isn't over, she hissed, but walked away. Inside, Lily sat with her head in her hands. You okay, kiddo? She looked up, eyes wet but clear. She wanted me to tell the police it was all a misunderstanding, that I knew what I was taking. Even now, she's still... I told her no, Lily interrupted. I'm going to tell the truth. All of it. 3 months later, we sat in the courtroom as the judge delivered Karen's sentence. 4 years for child endangerment and additional charges. That evening, Lily, Mark, and I sat around our apartment dining table with Diane. The center's assets are being liquidated, she explained. As primary victims, you'll receive compensation. It will secure Lily's college future the right way. I don't even know if I still want to run track, Lily admitted. Every time I think about it now... You don't have to decide now, I assured her. You have time. And options, Mark added. Real options, not shortcuts. Is it weird that I miss Mom sometimes? Lily asked suddenly. Even after everything? The room went quiet. No, I finally said. She's your mother. You can miss the good parts of her and still know what she did was wrong. Will I ever trust anyone again? I mean, really trust them? It'll take time, Diane said gently. But yes, you will. Dad? Lily asked later as I tucked her in. Yes, sweetheart? Do you ever wish you could go back, before all this happened? I considered carefully. Sometimes, but then we wouldn't know the truth. And the truth, painful as it is always better than a comfortable lie. She nodded. I'm glad we know the truth then. Me too, I said, squeezing her hand. Get some rest. Later, sitting with Mark on the balcony, I watched the city lights. You did the right thing, he said quietly, making her face consequences. Sometimes I wonder if I could have prevented this, I admitted, if I'd been around more. Don't do that to yourself, Mark warned. Karen made her choices, and now we all live with them. Lily's going to be okay, you know. She's got your strength. I hope so, I said, sipping my coffee. How do you rebuild your life when everything you thought was real turns out to be a lie? One day at a time, Mark answered, just like you're doing now.